The month of May of 2025 really feels like coming back to this sense of excitement about the state of our relationships. This is especially true because we're coming off a very intense time in the astrology that started at the end of 2024 and that is just ending now at the end of April of 2025. So stick around because I am gonna talk about the three reasons why I think the month of May is one of the best for love, romance, dating, and even friendships. I will also be sharing a short horoscope that will help you figure out how your rising sign can make the best of the astrology of May. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Narayana Montúfar. I am an astrologer, artist, and author who finds inspiration in the symbolic language of astrology. I have been doing astrology full time since 2011, and over the years, I've accumulated a lot of experience that has landed me two books. The first one is called Moon Signs Unlock Your Inner Luminary Power, which is all about harnessing the power of the moon in the birth chart as well as in the sky. My second book, Written in Your Stars, is now available for pre-order, and it is all about harnessing planetary cycles like your Saturn return, your Pluto square, your Venus return, and many, many more. I am giving away a free 2025-2026 manifestation guide that you can instantly download when you pre-order my book, which is going to be released on July 8th. So here we are. I am filming this as we are getting to wrap up April. And this month really is ending a 6-month transformation that I've been talking about for many, many months. And when I saw the astrology of May, I got lit up. I got excited because it truly feels like it brings a sense of restoration to our hearts, to our relationships, to our minds. And if you are into dating, I will tell you, this is one of the months during which the sky will notice all the effort that you're putting in into online dating or into the apps, or maybe if you've had a lot of relationship dramas in the past 6 months, I feel like the astrology of May can help you turn things around. So I'm going to start talking about why I think the astrology of May is really helpful when it comes to love. The first reason is that we are in Taurus season. We are in Taurus season all the way to May 19th. And the lunar cycle that begins on April 27th actually takes us to the full moon in Scorpio, which rises in the sky on May 12th. This means that half of the entire month, basically all the way to the full moon in Scorpio, the sun and the moon are bringing together the energy of Taurus, which is the most sensual sign. Taurus is ruled by Venus. It is a sign connected to the body, to pleasure, to touch, to the senses. So it truly feels like this is the right time to plan those moments of closeness with fine wine, delicious dinners, and all of those things that can bring us closer together with our friends or our lovers. Then we have the full moon in Scorpio, which is 100% the one of the sexiest full moons in the entire year. Scorpio is the sign of sex. It really brings that energy. And so when we have Taurus and Scorpio energy, our minds are always focused on pleasure, on connection, on intimacy, on expressing ourselves, and really be with the people who are closer to us. So there's sensuality and sexuality being brought together especially during the first half of the month. We also have Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio. So we are showing our rebellious side through our sexual interactions. There's this feminine, rebellious type of energy that we can attune to, especially if we have been having trouble expressing our sexuality. And that is very possible for many of us, because this takes me to the second point that I'm making. Remember that Mars was retrograde between December and February, between the beginning of December and the end of February. And Mars wasn't strong ever since the fall of 2024. Mars is a planet that rules sex. So we all know that everybody has been having less of that. But Mars is now in Leo, and it's feeling fiery. It is bringing a little bit more desire to our lives. And it is a way to decompress after hearing all the news and all the things changing in the world. And that will continue. But what I'm trying to say is that we have the ability to bring more pleasure into our lives. Besides of Mars now being completely out of the retrograde shadow, even in May, we also have Venus, which rules pleasure, love, and interactions in the sign of Aries. Venus was retrograde between March 1st and April 12th. So we have the two cosmic lover planets, Venus and Mars, that rule relationships and romance, recovering from the retrogrades. And so as they recover, we are also starting to recover. We're also starting to feel like our mojo is back. On top of that, Venus is going to enter Aries on April 30th. And while Venus is not super comfortable in Aries, I will tell you what, Venus is going to be forming a trine, which is an aspect of flow with Mars. So the cosmic lovers will be working together during the entire month of May. This is awesome because, in my opinion, the fact that they're working together trumps the fact that Venus is not super happy in Aries. I think that a lot of the breakups and dramas and situations that we experienced in our relationships in the past 6 months could show signs of being fixed or being better or bouncing back due to this connection between Venus and Mars. That is basically what you want in astrology, for the cosmic lovers to be working together. What I really also love is that both Venus and Mars are going to be in fire signs, Aries and Leo. Fire signs are bold. They're decisive. They don't wait around to see if the love of their life shows up. No, fire energy goes and gets what it wants. So that means that in the month of May, we're going to be decisive. We're going to think, I like this person. I'm going to go flirt with this person. Like, you're not going to be sitting around waiting for that person to flirt with you. You're going to have the initiative. You're going to be impulsive, and you're not going to be afraid of rejection, because both Aries and Leo, just think about that. If you have any friends that are Aries or Leo, these people are really good at getting what they want and who they want. So just think about that. Fire energy is going to be really highlighted by the cosmic lovers, and it's passionate. It's a very passionate energy. It's like, especially Mars in Leo, it is all about bringing flowers and being charming and have courtesy. And I really love this. And as you will see in your horoscopes, it is really going to wake up a lot of us, it's going to bring that desire for connection, that passionate, bold attitude in love. The third reason why I think that May is good for love is the fact that Jupiter, the other benefic, Venus is a benefic, which means like it's a planet that is easy to harness. Jupiter, the other benefic, is currently traveling through its last degrees of Gemini, thankfully, because nobody liked Jupiter in Gemini. By the way, I have a video about Jupiter in Cancer here on my YouTube that you wanna watch. But Jupiter, the other planet that likes to bring people closer together, is starting to form a square with the lunar nodes. The lunar nodes, which are currently traveling through Pisces and Virgo. These squares are going to activate the energy of fate, the energy of destiny. They are called the nodes of destiny for a reason. So this means that many of us are going to be meeting new people in general, not just for romance, but we could be meeting new mentors, new teachers, people who are going to help us fulfill our desires, or people that are going to help us learn and absorb knowledge. But also Jupiter likes to bring people together, especially in Gemini. Jupiter is in Gemini. And what this means is that fated encounters, destined meetings could be in the cards. This is the third reason. And I think one of the reasons why I decided to make this video, because Jupiter doesn't square the nodes very often. This activation is active all the way between April 28th and June 14th. So this is pretty awesome. This is very sweet. And it even extends to the fact that Jupiter is going to be in Cancer at the end of the day. So I really think that a lot of us could be meeting new prospects, new lovers, new soulmates. Gemini is the twins. Think about the lover's card. The lover's card in the tarot really relates to zodiac sign Gemini because it brings two. It's a twosome. And those are the three reasons why I think that May is one of the best months for love. So now I am going to start going through the horoscopes. So stick around and look for your sign. These horoscopes are for your rising sign, but you can also listen to your sun sign. Aries rising. You are one of the main receivers of this month's energy. And the reason why is because Venus is going to be traveling in your sign. And remember that Venus started its retrograde in your sign on March 1st. So if somebody ghosted you or if somebody dumped you, I don't know, if things went sour with somebody, there is a possibility that things will be rekindled. Maybe think about what happened between or around March 1st and March 27th. Those are the days that Venus was retrograding your sign. So perhaps there's a reencounter, there's a reconnection. And even if somebody from the past doesn't come back, you are going to be lit. When Venus is in your sign, you have the attractor factor. You are able to turn heads everywhere you go. You are going to feel very, very passionate about love. And you're going to be lit up because also Mars is traveling now in your fifth house of romance. So if you are interested in meeting new romantic prospects, there is a huge possibility that you will. And the truth is that because Saturn is going to be entering your sign, there's a possibility that you will be pretty busy. You will have a lot of responsibility. So this will be kind of like a work hard, play hard month, but the possibilities are there for you to find someone. In fact, it feels like this is one of the best months of the year for you to date. If this is of your interest, I would 100% tell you to put yourself out there and meet new prospects. And just try not to move too fast because there is a possibility, and we know that you like to move fast, and that's okay. But you might get more out of this transit if you don't. Because we also have Taurus energy all the way to May 19th, and that means that you should probably take your time. Take your time meeting new people or maybe meeting many different prospects, and taking time will allow you to nail down who you actually like. Because the reality is, when you're attracting so many people all at the same time, you might feel a little confused about who you actually like in the first place. Neptune is in your sign. Remember that, which means that impulsivity for many years to come is not going to be helpful. It's going to be detrimental to you because sometimes you're going to make decisions based on confusion. So take your time, Aries, but your stars for the month of May for love look stellar. So I'm wishing you the absolute best in May. Taurus rising. So, Taurus, this is your season. So, with the sun in your sign, you're already attracting visibility. You are already getting phone calls, and let's go do this, let's go there. It's your season, it's spring. And with the new moon in your sign on April 27, well, you're feeling powerful. You're feeling like you can do anything. And remember that there will be a full moon in your relationship sector on May 12th. This could go two ways because the moons that are happening now, the lunar events, and I'm talking about the new moon in April 27 and the full moon on May 12th, are intense. There are two possibilities. Like, one possibility would be you truly meeting someone and taking things to the next level real fast, because there's an attraction between you and someone, and it is very, it's very sexual, it's very sensual. There's this vibe that you might not even be able to put your finger on, but Black Moon Lilith is in your partnership sector. So do keep an eye on your rebellious side, because the bull is the bull. Like, a lot of astrologers talk about, well, Taurus as like being all mellow. Well, not really. I'm Taurus rising, so um, we're not mellow, and I don't think you'll feel mellow this season. In fact, with Venus in Aries, you're gonna feel impulsive. You're gonna be more passionate than normal. And don't worry, because later on, Venus is gonna enter your sign. So in reality, you're heading into some of the best months for love. If you are already partnered, I invite you to deepen your connection with your partner, to look for more private moments, to be alone, to be together, to be connected, and to feel really comfortable in your body, to connect with scents and candles, and just really bring that energy, that goddess energy that really describes your zodiac sign. So this is a month during which you could feel like you have that spark, like you're feeling sassy, you're feeling like you can, again, like you can do anything, but there is a possibility that you could get into some intense interactions, especially between May 7th and May 17th, because that is when Mercury in your sign is going to be clashing with other planets. So during those days, try to keep it a little bit more mellow, just to not get yourself involved in dramas. But literally, that's the only thing that I would say you need to be careful with. But the entire month, with Venus, your planet, connecting with Mars, you can really bring that energy, that goddess energy to your life by getting ready and putting more effort in looking pretty. Not that you don't, but what I'm saying is like this is your month to like be sassy and go out and flirt and have a blast. Gemini rising. Well, you're gonna have your classic social butterfly month for many reasons. For starters, Venus is gonna be traveling in your social sector, which means that you're going to be out and about. You're going to be receiving a ton of invitations. You might not even keep up with them because with Mars activating your communication sector, RSVPs, invitations, phone calls, texts, DMs. I mean, you're going to have a lot of different options and you're going to be seen. You're going to be kind of like your status is going to be elevated. But the most important thing is that Jupiter in your sign is going to activate the lunar nodes of destiny. This means that the people that you meet in May and actually all the way to June 14, the people that you meet are going to play a really important role in your life. And this is romantically, but also not romantically. Let's talk about not romantically first. You could meet a teacher, you could meet a mentor, or somebody who is going to help you expand. Jupiter is about to leave your sign to enter Cancer on June 9th. So this really means that you should pay attention to anybody that comes into your orbit because it feels like a destined meeting of the souls, or it feels like you're supposed to meet somebody. And I would suggest keeping phone numbers, keeping emails, because this could be somebody who you meet for a minute and then they walk away, or you don't want to stay there like wishing that you had gotten their number. So stay alert because there is a strong possibility that you could meet somebody that could turn into a romantic partner or somebody that maybe will be a friend or somebody who will you will have this like soulful connection with. And I'm really excited for you, Gemini, because when Jupiter is about to leave your sign, this means that you could be receiving some sort of gift, right? Like some sort of like when a planet is about to leave our signs, that planet could be giving you something. I'm really excited for you, Gemini, because with Jupiter getting ready to leave your sign, that means that it could be giving you some gift, like like a little gift before it departs, because Jupiter will not return to your sign for another 12 years. So stay vigilant and meet as many people as you possibly can, which I know you love to do that. Cancer rising. I want to give special love to you because I've been receiving a lot of messages through my Instagram and through here that a lot of Cancer people are struggling. I know it hasn't been easy, okay, but hear me out. I think things are turning around for you in a big way because, first of all, Jupiter is going to enter your sign on June 9th. You might not feel its benevolence until July 11th. For that, download my guide, uh, my Jupiter in Cancer guide. You really need that, I promise. But Mars is out of your sign, so you're probably feeling lighter. But the best part is that you get Venus in your social sector this month of May, which means that if a relationship went sour during the retrogrades of Mars and Venus that I mentioned at the beginning of this video, things could fall into place. Like, let's say if you're having fights with your partner or things have just gotten too intense, Venus is going to help you bring sugar to them, or it's going to mellow things out, or maybe there's a reconnection, or maybe there is easiness in your relationships in general. Also, Venus is going to help you be and feel seen. As a friendly reminder, Venus only travels through the sector of your chart once a year. In this case, it's been twice, but due to the retrograde, it wasn't that great. So now you kind of get like a second chance. So during the entire month of May, it's super important that you put yourself out there, that you are socializing, that you are saying yes to invitations, that you are coming out of your shell a little more, even if it feels intense. But it's really important that you put yourself out there, or that you are connecting with as many people as possible. Also, the full moon in Scorpio that's happening on May 12th is activating your romance sector. You are a bestie with Scorpio. Scorpio and Cancer are besties. They're really good energies together. And so what that means is that around the full moon of May 12th, you could absolutely meet somebody. You only get one full moon in your romantic sector once a year. So this is definitely an invitation from the cosmos to open your heart more, to trust more. When Jupiter enters your sign, there's going to be so much restoration. And it's going to bring honey to your heart. That's the way I'm seeing it, because I know that things have been difficult, Cancer, but things are turning around now, literally, after April, in a major way. So trust in this message, and I hope that it helps you. Leo rising. Well, talk about a comeback. You are coming back in a major way. And while the end of April was probably intense for you, in May, things are shifting greatly for you because Mars is in your sign. It is free from the square to Pluto that peaked at the new moon in Taurus on April 27. So May is your month to strut your stuff, to like, bam, really put effort on dating if that is a priority for you. If you are already partner and things have been intense, May can really help you turn things around. You're going to feel full of energy. You're going to feel full of fire, and you're probably going to feel pretty sexual because Mars is the planet of sex, and it's going to receive all of these beautiful kisses from Venus, which is going to be traveling in your ninth house. What this means is that you could meet someone when you are doing things that are out of the ordinary, like, for example, traveling to a really far away destination, learning about new cultures, studying new things that you normally don't study, but that you're interested in, or going to exotic places, or like food that you never eat, or going to artistic events that you normally don't pursue. Things that are mind expansive. So basically, the more you expand your mind right now in the month of May, the more you put yourself in the right place at the right time. So I'm loving this May for you. And Mars in your sign is not just good for dating, but it is really good to just getting things done, because you have energy at your disposal. So May is one of the best months for you to get stuff done, to work a lot on your business. If you are, for example, a freelancer, or clean your house, anything that will require a lot of physical energy or courage. That's what Mars is giving you, courage. So you felt pretty tired in the beginning of the year, but now you're coming back. Your mojo is coming back. So this is a month to just go for it, Leo. Virgo rising. So you are one of the zodiac signs that are on the receiving end of these fated encounters or fated events with new people. Why? Because the south node of the moon is in your sign. So this means that you could see people coming from your past, not only from this lifetime, but even from another lifetime. You could experience exposure to people you normally don't, because Jupiter is in your social status sector and it's going to leave that sector on June 9th. But before doing that, Jupiter could be giving you a gift. Like it could put you on an elevated place. It could bring you up to show your skills or to show yourself. So it's super duper important that you accept those places. Like if somebody invites you to a party, if somebody invites you to a talk where there will be a lot of people or where there will be influential people, that's also a possibility. That you say yes and that you show up with all of your beauty and with everything that you are. We know that you are transforming because the south node of the moon is in your sign. So you are experiencing massive personal overhaul. You are shedding everything that you no longer need. And that is a process that started this year and that will last until the summer of 2026. But pick your battles. Mars in your 12th house has you feeling pretty tired and out of energy. So that's why I'm saying, like, choose your battles. But if you get invitations to important events where you could meet people that could elevate your visibility or that could introduce you to new people, this is your time to say yes. If you are already partnered, Venus is going to be traveling through your intimacy sector. What this means is that there will be a lot more opportunities to be together, alone, to go deeper, to talk about your feelings. And this is especially true if you had any relationship drama during the retrograde of Venus between March 1st and April 12th. Things could get rekindled, things could get fixed. So just open your heart to that. Venus only travels through your intimacy sector once a year. And this is your month to achieve deeper levels of intimacy, and not only with a partner, but this could also be with your besties. So it is definitely a time to open your heart, Virgo. Libra rising. Libra is connected to Venus. Venus is your planet. And Venus is going to be traveling in your relationship sector all month long. So this means that you're going to be focused on relationships, on at least on one very important relationship, whether that is friendship or a romantic relationship. Like your eyes are your eyes and your mind are going to be focused on another person. And Mars is going to be activating your social sector. So you're going to be your classic Libra, social butterfly, going here and there and then, and socializing and all of that. So enjoy it. If you had a relationship go sour during the retrograde of Venus between March 1st and April 12th, there's a possibility for things to be rekindled or for the glue to bring you back together. But I also want to invite you to take a moment to think about the fact that your relationships have shifted in a major way. Your approach to relationships is different now. And this is due to Neptune being in your relationship sector. So now more than ever, it's really important that you don't overly idealize either a person or a situation. That's all I have to say. I have to be honest with you. But other than that, your stars are looking pretty awesome for love. And not only that, your stars are looking pretty awesome for love starting July for an entire year. So things are looking up for you when it comes to love, because once Jupiter enters Cancer, you will be meeting people left and right. Scorpio rising. You are feeling feisty, my friend. And tell me if that resonates, because I'm a Scorpio and I've been feeling feisty since the sun entered Taurus. And there's a new moon in your relationship sector on April 27, and then there's a full moon in your sign on May 12th. So relationships are on your mind. All kinds of relationships, even business relationships and friendships. But how you relate with other people is definitely on your mind. And it's really important that you do not let this desire to control the situations or the relationships take over because of Pluto. Pluto is very active this month. Pluto is your planet. And so feel yourself a little bit more. So come into your body, come into your heart a little bit more. That is super duper important, Scorpio, to make the best out of this month. Around the full moon, you could absolutely end up meeting someone. And Taurus season at the end of the day is always a time for you to connect with romantic partners and truly feel your sensuality and the vibes of the season by like spending more time connecting with the simple pleasures of life. The most interesting part about this too is that your other planetary ruler, Mars, and I'm looking at the chart here, is in Leo. So you are being pushed up, like you are being noticed. This is I'm wondering what you're going to be noticed more. Like you're probably going to get more attention on social media. You're probably going to get more attention in the apps. And some of this attention sometimes might feel a little, whoa, that's intense because Mars in Leo is poignant. But I invite you to make the best of it by acting from a grounded place because um, you haven't felt these like sassiness for some time, even though you're a sassy sign. You haven't been feeling that like kind of like lioness vibe for a little while. So ease into it, Scorpio, ease into it, especially during the time that Mercury is going to square Pluto, which is May 7th to May 17th. Sagittarius rising. You are one of the receivers of this like fated connection that Jupiter is going to bring in as it squares the nodes. Jupiter is your planet. Jupiter rules Sagittarius. And Jupiter is who you need to thank for every single lucky break that you get in your life. And you're going to start a pretty cool period of abundance and a little bit more flow once Jupiter enters Cancer on June. But before that, so here in May, Jupiter could put you face to face with all sorts of people that are meant to be in your life for a reason. And like I was talking about in the beginning of this video, this could be a mentor, this could be a teacher, or somebody who is going to help you fulfill a duty, or somebody that just magically appears to help you remember what you truly desire. This is fated. This is destiny. So pay close attention to whoever comes into your orbit. Jupiter is in Gemini, which is your relationship sector. If you've already been dating someone, if you've already been kind of like dating someone for a while, you could decide to take things to the next level this month because Jupiter is going to bring so much greatness, especially before it leaves Cancer. Jupiter is going to square Saturn again, which is what made 2024 pretty difficult. But Um, go with your gut, go with your gut, and just keep an eye on every single person that seems to be in your life for a reason, whether you've met them before or if you meet them now. But especially if you meet them in May, it means that some of these people could have an interest, a romantic interest in you. Capricorn rising. Well, big shifts are on the horizon, Capricorn, because your planet, Saturn, is changing signs this month as it enters Aries. This is not happening until May 24th, but you're going to feel it all month long as Venus enters Aries on May 2nd. You're playing for keeps. You're playing for keeps. You're like serious about either meeting someone or taking things to the next level if you're already dating someone. And we know that when you want something, you achieve it. So as you enter the month, just feel this desire to connect at a more serious level, like you're playing for keeps. If you're single, you probably won't want to be single. You're gonna want to be with somebody because you have these fourth house activations that is about that are about establishing a partnership, that are establishing a foundation. Like you need that in your life for the next 2.5 years. And if you've been dating someone, Mars traveling through your intimacy sector is going to send a message to seal the deal. Let's put a label on it. What are we? Are we playing around? Are we playing for keeps? What's going on here? So you notice you're going to be more fiery. That is my point. Especially in May, you're going to be fiery in the pursuit of finding that person or fire in getting to date a lot of people to figure out what is the right person for you. Like you're playing for keeps. Let me know if this resonates because I'm really excited to find out if this resonates with you, Capricorn or Capricorn rising. Aquarius rising. Well, even though the end of April was intense for you, now with Mars traveling in your relationship sector, it's like it's going to be hard to not date. It's going to be hard to not get all this attention. It's going to happen because Leo rules your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. And with Mars in Leo, it's like you're going to get more attention sometimes that you want to get. And with Venus activating your third house of communication, is like these people are like messaging you, trying to get you out, trying to get your attention, like, come out, let's do this, let's do that. And there's a strong possibility that there will be more than a couple of people that are trying to get you out, that are trying to get your attention. Have fun. Have fun because the reality is that the beginning of the year was so difficult. So I say have fun and just make sure that you are not having really intense interactions between May 7th and May 17th, which is when Mercury is going to clash with Pluto. With Pluto. As Mercury enters Taurus, it's going to clash with Pluto. But other than that, the sky's the limit, Aquarius. You are feeling powerful now. You're feeling powerful. And with your two planets, Saturn and Uranus, forming an opportune aspect, which is a sextile, there's so much opportunity to create the future of your dreams, the life of your dreams. And we know there's been so much change in your life, but this is about establishing a new life, a new foundation for yourself. And this month, you will notice that relationships are really important in the establishing of that foundation. So have fun with it. Let people court you. Let people take you out. and enjoy the month. Pisces rising. Woohoo! I want to applaud you for so many reasons, Pisces. You just said, or well, you're in the process of saying goodbye to Neptune in your sign, which was there for 14 years, bringing a rose-colored glasses approach to relationships, but also a really spiritual approach to relationships. Saturn, which has been a heavy energy for you for the past 2.5 years, is also leaving your sign at the end of the month. Anyway, I just want to tell you, things are looking up. Okay, things are looking up starting this month, and they're going to even get even better in the summer. But this month, going back to what I've been talking about in May, in the month of May, Jupiter is in your fourth house right now. And it's going to activate the lunar nodes of destiny all month. And that means that you, out of everybody, perhaps even just Gemini, are on the receiving end of these fated, destined encounters. The North Node is in your sign. So you are receiving the opportunity to truly meet with people that are going to help you fulfill your life's purpose. It gets to be that important, Pisces. And I'm excited for you because you're going to start feeling lighter after Saturn leaves your sign in late May. You're going to start feeling lighter. You're going to have more time for dating, for romance. You're going to be more interested in that. You're probably going to have less responsibilities and things are going to switch for you. And that happens this month. And so I invite you to truly pay attention to who comes into your life, because they seem to come with like a divine purpose or like a divine reason, or this connection might feel like from another lifetime or fated, or like there's something about somebody that just attracts you in a way that nobody else does. Destiny is at play. You have a strong connection with Jupiter because Jupiter rules Pisces in traditional astrology. And so Jupiter is going to help you out. And then Jupiter has been in your fourth house. But the reality is that Jupiter in Gemini hasn't been so great because it was squaring Saturn for many years. So you got, I mean, for many months, you were given stuff, but then these things came with a price. But as Jupiter leaves or prepares to leave Gemini this month, there could be a gift, like a gift that comes into your personal life. It could be a friend, a partner, or somebody that makes your life easier or that helps you expand in many different directions. So keep an eye on who comes into your orbit. And especially if you're interested in dating or meeting someone, this is a month to invest more time and effort in this area of your life. Well, I went through all 12 signs. I'm really hoping that this video helps you, that it gives you hope in a year of massive change and just so many things happening this year. But May truly feels like that warm blanket that we need after so much transformation, after closing so many cycles and preparing to close even more. May does provide that little window of excitement and connection that I'm hoping that I helped you attune to in this video. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and please subscribe to my channel if you want to get more news, or subscribe to my newsletter, which goes out every single moon day at 11:11 a.m. Pacific time. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.